Giggity dog. Welcome back to the Invested Dog, you guys. This is May 2nd and the time is 10:39 a.m. And what does this say? This says it is with great disappointment that on May 2nd, Spirit Airlines started an orderly wind down of our operations, effective immediately. To our guests, all Spirit's flights have been canceled and customer service is no longer available. We are proud of the impact of our ultra low cost model on the industry over the last 33 years and have hoped to serve our guests for many years to come. They hope that at one point. Let's read the full statement. Today is not about Spirit. Today is actually about Alaska Airlines, but I do want to show my respect to Spirit Airlines. All of this is fair use. By the way, I'm getting this from publicly sourced platforms. So all fair use to dive in and talk about. So Spirit Airline begins orderly shutdown of operations at Dania Point, Florida, May 2nd of 2026. Spirit Aviation Holdings Incorporation, the parent company of Spirit Airlines LLC, today regretfully announced that the company has started an orderly wind down of operations, effective immediately. All Spirit flights have been canceled, and Spirit guests should not go to the airport. Do not go to the airport. The wind down follows the company's extensive and comprehensive efforts to restructure the business and pursue transitions to strengthen Spirit's financial positions and create a sustainable path forward. That is such a shame. Let's see what this says. I want to thank the administration, and particularly Secretary Howard Lucknick and the U.S. Department of Commerce and their extraordinary efforts to try to preserve jobs and service across the country, along with the U.S. Department of Transportation for their assistance to minimize the disruption to our guests in these days and weeks ahead. And this is said by Davis. Many stakeholders have stepped up for Spirit through the restructuring. We are grateful to our labor union partners, aircraft lessors, and other business partners, and our financial stakeholders include blah, 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 blah. Man, Spirit will automatically process refunds. At least people are getting their money back. The refunds for any flights that were purchased through Spirit with credit or debit card to the original form of payment. Guests will be booked flights via a travel agent should contact them. Wow, that is some sad news. Let's look at Spirit Airlines website really fast before we dive into Alaskan. Spirit is winding down all operations. How sad. Spirit guests should not go to the airport. Why is that? All Spirit flights are canceled. Yeah, what a shame. But with that, there's opportunity in other places. I wanted to dive into Alaska Airlines. Alaska Airlines is also facing some issues, some challenges that surge. Alaska Airlines faces strategic headwinds, including challenging integration of Hawaiian Airlines. For some of you that didn't know, Alaska Airlines bought Hawaiian Airlines and they're merging. High fuel costs and fierce competition from larger legacy carriers. Fierce competition. Do you think that one of the larger carriers are going to come in and scoop Alaska Airlines up? I will say I've taken Alaska Airlines, and that is by far one of my favorite airlines. Of course, it's on top of American. Of course, it's on top of Spirit. Of course, it's on top of Delta. Alaska Airlines was an amazing experience when I flew from Orlando, Florida to San Francisco. Alaska Airlines cost advantage is eroding due to fuel spikes and fleet complexity from the Hawaiian merger, threatening its historical efficiency. That's pretty alarming. expansion into the international markets via Hawaiian, and the new 787 aims to offset Seattle competitor Delta's global strength, but profitability and network synergy remains uncertain. And the reason why it remains uncertain is because airlines are already operating at a very thin margin. They don't have a lot of wiggle room to do anything with, really. Their profits are really, really, really steep. Okay, Alaskan Airlines, ticket symbol ALK, faces a number of strategic challenges that far exceeds those facing other airlines. Why is that? Alaskan Airlines is considered a legacy airline because it operates interstate air transportation prior to 1978, when the United States deregulated domestic air transportation. Okay, some of their peers are American Airlines, Delta, United. Ticket symbol AAL. Ticket symbol for Delta is DAL, and ticket symbol for United is UAL. All right, they've been competing against them for almost 50 years. The only remaining legacy carrier for almost 50 years of mergers, assets, and airline failures. Man, do you think that Alaskan would be able to compete in this market with these fuel prices? Let's look at the industry high fuel costs. Alaskan Airlines' current and future realities got much more complicated when the U.S. and Israel collaboration of the attack of Iran almost instantly sending fuel prices higher. Unlike other attacks, Iran moved quickly to attack the Arab neighbors to block the Strait, I don't even know how to say that, Hormuz, through which 20% of the world's oil flows through. That is a big deal. That is a whole nother topic for a whole different day. Let's go over here. Given that nearly all Alaskan airline operations touch the West Coast and are now to or from Hawaii, Alaskan Airlines is guiding fuel costs for the second quarter to be about $4.50 higher than the U.S. airlines. That is not good. This is alarming. Let's read this last portion and then we'll go to a different section. Even more challenging is the fact that Delta, which was Alaskan's competitor in Seattle, has the industry's most effective fuel cost reduction strategy via its refinery outside of Philadelphia. Delta is expected to save $30 million on its quarterly fuel bill because of that refinery, which supplies the jet fuel for Delta's operations in the Northeast, while Delta trades non-jet fuel products for jet fuel used in other parts of the country. Because the majority of Alaskan Airlines passengers fly to and from the company's hub in Pacific Northwest, including Portland, Alaskan Airlines is not able to offset its fuel costs by operations in other parts of the country and has limited options to save on fuel costs. That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Do we think that Alaskan Airlines is going to partner with American? Who knows? I do know that there was some talk, but I don't know if that's actually the case. Alaskan Airlines does not have the potential to see some good news later this year. American Airlines and Alaskan Airlines have had a partnership for well over a decade. In fact, Alaska had partnerships with both American and Delta before the DAL decided to build its own Seattle hub. This was long before Delta decided to build its own hub. American canceled a number of unprofitable routes on the West Coast during the, I can't say this word. I mean, you know what this word is, but I can't say it. Not here on YouTube. And that raised some issues I mean, it was good for Alaskan Airline, it was good for American Airline, it was good for other airlines, but not necessarily good for the markets. The US government has generally frowned upon domestic joint ventures because it is hard to separate the networks of domestic airlines. And where did we see this? Where did we see this in these last couple years? We saw that when Spirit was trying to merge with JetBlue, they said no. We saw that when Spirit was trying to merge with Frontier, they said no. Going back to JetBlue, when Spirit was trying to merge with JetBlue, that actually may have been a blessing in disguise for JetBlue, because JetBlue is not being profitable right now. JetBlue is having some major issues. In the last video I recorded, I spoke about that, and I did an analysis on their revenue that they're having, and they're losing a lot of money every single year. For the past 5 years, for the most part, they've been losing money. And their business model is not sustainable. I do not think that that is a good investment. Yes, I always say go ahead and buy whenever a stock dips. But in JetBlue's case, I don't see them returning. I don't see them coming back up. But back to Alaska, I don't know. What do you guys think about Alaska and Alaska Airlines, and if they are a good fit for the investment portfolio or not? As of right now, their market cap is $4. I'm sorry, not $4. $4 billion. And who knows? Right now, it's trading at $38. $38 and 55 cents. I don't know if this is a good buy. Let me know what your opinion is. This is the Invested Dog signing off.